तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ जयन्ती मङ्गलकाली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्री स्वाहा स्वदा नमोस्तुते। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। Sairam Lyn, Sairam from Malaysia.
Sairam Sharma, Sairam from New Zealand. Thank you, Swami, for letting Sharma and I share a story of sour grapes. And we welcome all our listeners wherever you may be. May Swami bless you all richly and abundantly every day. Never forget him. Always remember him. Morning, noon, and night. So our topic today is sour grapes. Now, many of you have probably heard this expression, sour grapes, and it means that someone is not happy with what they got, or they got something that they thought they wanted, but when they get it, they're not happy with it. It doesn't turn out to be what they thought it would be. And I think all of us have probably had that experience. Also, it can describe a person who lost a competition, who lost some money, who lost maybe an auction bid on a property, and they are not happy. And they make a sour face, and we say that person looks like he has been eating sour grapes or sour lemons, or some kind of sour fruit. Now, Swami makes quite a few references to all kinds of sour fruit, and he usually would use that when he was describing a person who was greedy for something in the world and got it, and then it was not what they thought it would be. In other words, they might see some fruit on a tree and they pick it before it's ripe and then try to eat it, it's sour, and then complain that it isn't nice. Now, when we were children, I can tell you that all of us used to pick green fruit. I don't know what it was. We knew the fruit was not ripe, but it was the thrill, particularly if we were pinching the fruit from somewhere that didn't belong to us. Now, this is something that a lot of children, that's what we do. We like to be naughty and take something, particularly a fruit from a tree that isn't ours. At least we were in America. I grew up next to a little orchard that was full of fruit trees, apple, peach, and pear. And every year, my little sister and I would break into this orchard. We would see the fruit. It wasn't ripe, but what would we do? Pick it and then take a bite and go, ugh, and our little mouths would pucker up and we'd spit it out. But it was something about the thrill of taking the fruit which didn't belong to us. Now, Swami tells a story. He said, and this was published in the 1986 version, December of Sanatana Sarati. Swami said, there was a garden of grapevines with thick bunches of ripe fruit. A fox was passing by and was delighted at the prospect of eating the juicy grapes. But though the fox leapt high many times, he could not reach a single cluster of grapes. It was so exhausted that he dragged himself slowly away. A crow saw the fox and said to him, "Brother Fox, have you eaten a stomach full of grapes?" And the fox replied, "Disgusting. I didn't eat a single one. They are awfully sour." And Swami said, this is their explanation for leaving the divine presence. In other words, devotees who have left Swami's presence. He said, they have the same foxy cleverness. They couldn't reach up to the standard set by Sai, and so they invent excuses. And I have heard this. I have heard people make excuses as to why they left Swami. Some of them said, well, Swami never gave me a good seat. Swami didn't take my letter. Swami didn't answer my prayer, even though I prayed to him very, very hard every night. Swami never looked at me. Swami didn't prevent me from losing my money. I have heard about every excuse in the book. So, you see, some people are misled about Swami by happenings that don't really have anything to do with his reality or his purpose. And they notice with what Swami calls feeble understanding. Feeble, that means weakness of the mind, that some have left my presence and they clamor that thereby my works are bound to be affected. Those who have left me have done so not because they do not like me, but because they did not get from me what they desired, or they could not receive here the status and respect available in the outer world. And sometimes you will see this when some people get positions high up, they expect to get some status and recognition of their status and expect people to do what they tell them. No, this is not what Swami came for. And Swami said, when they are questioned about why they left me, they invent other reasons to explain their conduct. And they do not realize that being with me and shaping their lives under my directions can be the source of even higher status and respect. I am glad, however, that they are contented with their lot, though they impute faults in me to buttress their action. In other words, these devotees who leave him accuse Swami of having faults, and that is what supports their reason for leaving Swami. And Swami says that too is an act of service, a boon from which they draw benefits. Does the ocean depend on rivers for its existence, or do rivers depend on the ocean for the rains that feed them? My status and success are based on my own will and my love. It does not grow or decline when a few stay or depart. They alone are the beneficiaries or the losers. In fact, no one has the right or reason to point a finger at any fault in me. My compassionate heart is ever eager to serve and save, and my resolve is to establish peace and prosperity and to shower bliss on the world. This is being manifested more and more from day to day, and I am at all times in immeasurable bliss. Is there anyone in this world who can announce this? It is sheer ignorance that induces people to comment otherwise. But when they experience my love and witness the unfolding of my mission, the comments will cease, and the reality that Sai is will be clear to them. That knowledge can bear fruit by transforming your humanness into divinity, into Sai. Om Shri Sai Ram.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Tasmat karunya bhavena raksha raksha Sai Ishvara. Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Sai Ishvara Arpanamastu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.